Oh, 'tis the season for more Christmas facts. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Can you believe it's already time for part 15 of our Christmas fact series? Time flies when you're having fun, and when you're neck deep in candy canes. We've got another stocking full of surprising and heartwarming Christmas facts. So grab some hot cocoa, snuggle up, and get ready for 25 more fun facts.
Chapter 1. Dickens did it. You know that warm and fuzzy feeling you get when you think about Christmas? You can partly thank Charles Dickens for that. Back in Victorian England, Christmas wasn't a big deal. Then Dickens came along with A Christmas Carol, and bam, it changed everything. Dickens reminded everyone what the holidays are about, and it stuck. Thanks, Dickens. You brought the holiday spirit.
Chapter 2. Medieval Merrymaking. Let's rewind the Christmas clock even further, shall we? Back in medieval Europe, they knew how to party, especially when it came to Christmas. Think massive feasts that would put any Thanksgiving spread to shame. We're talking roasted meats, mountains of sweets, and enough spiced ale to float a ship. It was basically a 2-week-long celebration, and everyone was invited.
Bah humbug.
Get ready for a story that'll warm your heart, even amidst the trenches of World War I. Picture this. Christmas Eve, 1914. Soldiers on both sides laid down their weapons to celebrate. They exchanged gifts, sang carols, and even played soccer in no man's land. The Christmas truce shows the spirit of humanity and peace in dark times.
All right, everyone. Time for a classic Christmas character, Santa Claus. Ever wondered where the flying sleigh came from? It all started with a poem. In 1823, Clement Clarke Moore published A Visit from St. Nicholas, also known as 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. That's where we first hear about Santa's magical reindeer, his sleigh, and his impressive chimney diving skills.
Speaking of Christmas icons, let's talk about the Christmas tree. This festive tradition got a royal boost back in 1841 when Queen Victoria and Prince Albert decided to put up a decorated evergreen tree at Windsor Castle. Newspapers caught wind of this royal Christmas cheer, and bam! Suddenly everyone and their grandma wanted a Christmas tree.
Next up, we're talking about those colorful explosives that are a staple of any proper Christmas dinner. Christmas crackers. These festive noisemakers were invented in England back in 1847 by a confectioner named Tom Smith. He was looking for a new way to sell his sweets, and boom, the Christmas cracker was born. They usually contain a little prize, a paper crown, and of course a corny joke.
Ever heard of Midnight Mass? This Christmas Eve tradition is about as old school as it gets, dating all the way back to the 5th century. It's a special service held in churches around the world to celebrate the birth of Jesus. The flickering candlelight, the beautiful music, the sense of peace and joy. It's a truly magical way to welcome Christmas Day.
Let's journey back to 1605, shall we? We're headed to Strasbourg, Germany, where the very first decorated Christmas tree was recorded. Can you imagine being the trendsetter who decided to put baubles and trinkets on a tree? They were probably like, I'm gonna decorate this evergreen with all the shiny things I can find. It'll be epic.
Okay, time for a tasty Christmas tradition, Christmas pudding. This rich, decadent dessert, also known as plum pudding, even though it doesn't actually have plums in it, has been a staple in England since the Middle Ages. It's traditionally made with dried fruits, spices, and brandy, and it's often set on fire before serving, which is always a crowd pleaser.
Over in the Philippines, Christmas wouldn't be complete without the parol lantern. This beautiful star-shaped lantern is more than just a pretty decoration. It symbolizes the Star of Bethlehem that guided the 3 wise men to baby Jesus. Families hang them in their windows, and they come in all shapes and sizes, from small and simple to huge and elaborate. Next up, we're heading to Sweden, where they celebrate St. Lucia's Day on December 13th. This special holiday is all about bringing light and hope during the darkest time of the year. Young girls dress up in white gowns, wear crowns of candles, talk about a fire hazard, and sing traditional songs.
Hold on to your Santa hats, folks, because this next one's a little different. In Ukraine, they decorate their Christmas trees with spider webs. Yup, you heard that right. But don't worry, it's not as creepy as it sounds. According to legend, a spider spun a beautiful web of silver and gold over a poor family's tree. Ever wished you could roller skate to Christmas Mass? Well, in Caracas, Venezuela, that's not just a wish, it's a tradition. Every Christmas Eve, the streets are closed off so people can roller skate to church. It's a fun, festive way to get to Mass, and it definitely beats fighting for a parking spot.
Now, let's jet down under to Australia, where Christmas is a little toastier. Since it falls during their summer, forget the snowmen and fireplaces. Aussies celebrate with barbecues on the beach, surfing Santa sightings, and backyard cricket matches. It's Christmas with a side of sunshine and sunscreen.
Okay, this next one might sound strange, but trust me on this. In Japan, the go-to Christmas meal is KFC. Yep, you heard that right. It all started back in 1974 with a marketing campaign that was so successful, it turned into a national tradition.
Let's fiesta our way to Mexico, where Christmas celebrations are a blast literally. Piñatas are a must-have at any Mexican Christmas party. They're shaped like stars, filled with candy, and whacked to pieces by blindfolded children. It's all fun and games, but the piñata has a deeper meaning. It symbolizes the triumph of good over evil and hope for a brighter future.
Ever heard of Hogmanay? It's like New Year's Eve, but with a Scottish twist. This epic celebration involves fire festivals, parades, singing, dancing, and a whole lot of whiskey. One of the coolest Hogmanay traditions is called first footing. The first person to cross your threshold after midnight on New Year's Day is supposed to bring gifts for good luck.
Now, let's head to Finland, where Christmas traditions take a more reflective turn. On Christmas Eve, families visit cemeteries to light candles on the graves of loved ones who have passed away. It's a beautiful and moving way to remember those who are no longer with us and to celebrate their memory during the holiday season.
Calling all seafood lovers. In Italy, they celebrate Christmas Eve with a feast that's fit for Neptune himself, the Feast of the Seven Fishes. This delicious tradition features 7 different seafood dishes, representing the 7 sacraments of the Catholic Church. From bacala, salted cod, to calamari to shrimp scampi, it's a seafood lover's dream come true.
Remember those Christmas crackers we talked about earlier? Well, get ready for a laugh, or groan, because those bad boys are usually packed with some seriously corny jokes. You know the ones. What do snowmen eat for breakfast? Frosted Flakes?
Okay, raise your hand if you've ever rocked a pair of matching Christmas pajamas. This trend has become a holiday staple, thanks in part to social media. From families posing in front of the Christmas tree to couples getting cozy by the fire, everyone's getting in on the fun.
SantaCon. Ever wanted to join a massive pub crawl with thousands of Santas? Then SantaCon is for you. This annual event started in San Francisco back in 1994, and it's basically a giant party where everyone dresses up as Santa Claus and spreads Christmas cheer, and maybe a little too much eggnog, throughout the city. It's a wild, wacky, and definitely unforgettable way to celebrate the holidays.
Snow globes, a winter wonderland in your hand. Let's take a moment to appreciate those mesmerizing little worlds encased in glass snow globes. These enchanting decorations were invented in Austria back in 1900 by a surgical instrument mechanic named Erwin Percy. He was trying to create a brighter light bulb and ended up inventing one of the most beloved Christmas decorations of all time.
Chapter 25. Gingerbread House of Epic Proportions. Let's end with a Christmas creation that's truly jaw-dropping. The largest gingerbread house ever built was 21 feet tall and covered 39,000 square feet. This masterpiece was created in Texas in 2013. They used 12,000 pounds of gingerbread, 1,800 pounds of icing, and countless candy canes and gumdrops for this sugary spectacle.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals! Well, folks, there you have it. 25 more mind-blowing Christmas facts to impress your friends and family. Now, I want to hear from you. Which fact was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. From all of us here at Let Them, have a very Merry Christmas and a fantastic New Year.